The thing about writing is there's a smooth flow of ink, and the way you move your pen, the ink becomes thick, becomes thin. It's like a paintbrush of sorts. So that means, like, let's say if you were writing here like that, it would go this way because you have a steady hand. But then if you suddenly zoom across like that, there's a thickness, there's a thin faintness because you moved so fast. The ink becomes faint, and it's just like you write and then you do something like that. It's just really interesting. And this type of thing that there's no way you can have any kind of ballpoint pen or any other pen other than a fountain pen that would actually do that, because this is like a mini paintbrush of sort. So like when you write, it's just like you're writing and then you do this quick move, the quick squiggles, and it becomes thick and thin and sharp, and the ink becomes deeper in some parts, and then it becomes really faint because you move the nib across the paper really fast, so it becomes really different. So if you look at this through that's how people know when an autograph or any signatures is fake or not, especially people who are collecting stuff. And they will be like, oh, this is fake, because they know exactly, they have studied, so they know exactly, like famous people, when they sign documents, how to spot a fake, because they know that there are all these little patterns that's different, and only the original person who did the signature will do, because everybody will always sign a certain way. They will always sign a certain way, and if you are forging, like you're faking the signature, till you see them do it a few dozen times, you'll never be able to replicate or forge their signature, is because you would not know the pattern of how they did it, and where they stressed something, like where they stressed the paper a little bit differently, so that way, where did they start and how did they zoom and how did they, like how did they move the nib across the paper. If you have not seen it, you would not be able to replicate the signature. On a ballpoint pen, very easy to do it, but on a fountain pen, absolutely next to impossible. People like you and me probably might be able to look at a signature and just think that, oh, that's probably the real signature. But if you look at expert, the people who know these things, and there are people who know these things, they will look at it and they will know immediately if it's a fake, because they just know the pattern of how the original signature is, and how the fake signature is different, obviously, from the original one. So anyway, so it's just like one of those cool things. Fountain pen is the way to go. It's such a writing pleasure. If you have never got a chance to use a pen to write, go to any shop, stationery shop, and ask them, like, do you have a fountain pen that I can try? I'm sure they have one that you can try it out, and it's really beautiful. It's like a mini paintbrush without the paintbrush tip. It's just more like a metal tip. Some of these are real gold. This is real gold, and the other one is like white gold. I don't think there's stainless steel ones. They are, but I don't have those. These are real gold. So anyway, thank you for hanging out with me and my little talk about the fountain pen. I hope in some way this has inspired you to at least give it a try, because it's such a pleasure to write with this pen. Once you have it, believe me, you'll not be able to put your pen down, because it's such a pleasure to do it. So thank you. See you in my next episode. Appreciate it. Bye-bye.